Hey, astronauts. Forgive me. I'm a few minutes behind. Man, it has been trials and tribulations over here. So let me make sure that I set you guys up for success and get things ready for you. You guys already know what time it is, so you can forgive me because you know that things are complicated right now with school. Oh man, the last hurrah is going over the finish line is tough. Let's see if I can get into this live so I can see if you guys can hear me. Okay, so you can hear me. Fantastic. My face looks so puffy. Don't mind me. I feel like this is just stress coming. All right, let me put this up here, and there we go. Welcome, astronauts. And sorry, I'm just a few minutes late. I'm just setting things up, and I got my Radiant Wise Tarot cards today. So, how are you guys doing? How's everything going? How was your Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving? How has the weekend been? How's the week been? Hey, Cloudy, how are you? I hope things are well with you. And let me give my introduction because I know sometimes we get new people in. Hello, I am Brandi. I am a practical tarot reader and an astrology researcher. I have 15 years of experience with tarot and astrology. When it comes to reading practically, what I like to do is provide real world insights based off of my many years of reading. Same with tarot and astrology. And so I will say this, I'm not a reader if you're looking for comfort. I like to be very honest. Obviously, there's no intention to be hurtful in my end. How are you doing? How was Thanksgiving? I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little tired. Thanksgiving was restful. I made sure to rest all day. I had to catch up on sleep because everything is always go, go, go. I've got tons of things to do. But I'm glad to hear you are doing good as well, and that you've had time to just enjoy the holidays. I was so disappointed with Black Friday too. Like there was like no sales. It was really sad. I don't understand what's going on with Black Friday. It's really, I was like, you could find better sales just randomly throughout the year, but whatever. At least now they have price tracking technology. But I hope you guys are great. Oh my goodness. I don't even think I put a poll in for you, beautiful astronauts. The one thing I can't stand about YouTube is when I try to set up a poll beforehand, it won't do so. It'll just end the poll as soon as I start the live, which is so frustrating. This time I'll do a poll about the weekly collective. And I remember we got the world card reversed. So let's do that. I haven't done one of those in a while. Let's see. All right, let me create this poll. Start poll. Welcome, everyone, as you come in. Feel free to answer your questions. I'm just creating the poll right now. I'll say, let's see. I'm basing it off of the weekly collective from this week. I'm trying to type and talk, but I see I have limitations. My mental limitations. There we go. And this is what I want to say. Oh, I got it. And let me know how you guys are doing. Let me tell you, this week is it's always been busy for me, but this week's been particularly tough. Definitely the world card reverse was just like very much like almost at the finish line, almost accomplished, almost there. Last week will be the last week of classes for me for grad school. So it said, Trini, how are you? Good as well. Hope you're well too. I am well. I am well. I'm very well. I'm glad to hear that you guys are doing good and that it has been a beautiful week for you. Hopefully, you guys have gotten plenty of rest and relaxation. Let's see. And I'm just trying to type this away. I'm just a little slow here. All right, let's see. Ooh. Okay. There we go. There we go. Poll is there. The question is, how did the world card reverse show up for you this week? And then we're just going to jump into the weekly collective since we're already here talking about it. So we have the feeling of almost there, feeling stuck, wanting closure, and delays from hitting a goal. Like you want to hit a goal, but you're being delayed by it. I could have phrased that a little bit differently, but I was in a rush. So for me, I'm going to say feeling almost there because I'm very, very close to wrapping up grad school. And it looks like at least one of you astronauts agree. So we're going to jump right into the weekly collective and feel free to ask any questions if you guys wish to do so. As always, it is $5 for yes and no, $10 for in-depth readings. If you want a private reading from me, all you have to do is either go to my Etsy shop or like if let's say you want to pay through CashApp or something, you can go to the booking form and actually the booking form is probably a little bit faster because it goes like directly alerted to my email immediately. And so, if you just want to talk to me faster or get to me faster, that's the way to do it. And what was I going to say as also like my brain is blanking. This is how I know I'm tired. Oh, right. I am offering a percentage off for the week of December. I think it's the week leading up to Christmas, a couple of days, but the week of Christmas, there should be a deal when it comes to getting a reading. So that would be a really great time if you guys want to book a private reading. And then as always, the weekly video comes out on Thursday. I have a video that I'm working right now on for the Star Grade Gazers. So if you want to be a member of this channel and become a Star Gazer, there will be a reading for you pretty soon about the winter seasonals. So if you're interested in wanting to know what's going to be unfolding for December, January, February, and then, a bit of March until we hit spring, then become a stargazers. But enough promoting myself. Let me get to it with these cards. One kind of flew out. And you guys know I want your participation this time. So you got to choose the last card. So let me get into this. So last week, if I recall correctly, I might have to refresh my brain a little bit. My brain is on pause. Like it's really tired. Let me refresh my memory and see what cards we got. I know we got the world card reverse. Normally I can remember quite easily. I believe we got the 7 of Swords reverse and possibly the 10 of Wands. Am I remembering this right? Hopefully you guys can remind me. Let me check really quick. Let me check. I know we got the 10 of Wands. We got the world card reverse. And yes, I was correct. The 7 of Swords reverse. So this week may have felt like you may have had some things revealed to you. As we already established before, you may have felt like, "Ooh, I'm right at the finish line." For some of you, this week could have been this feeling of wanting closure in certain areas of your life. This also can relate to just having honest conversations with people, like just saying, you know what, let's have an honest moment. Let's talk about certain things. As I mentioned before, it's a very much I'm going to hold your hand when I say this type of week going on here. And then we have that 10 of Wands, which, clearly I am feeling very, very, very strongly with my memory being a little bit like wonky. Feeling very exhausted, feeling tired. I have seen a lot of people feel this way. Definitely met some people who were just dragging. They were just like, you know what? I'm just exhausted. I'm just tired. Like, I'm doing all this work. There's nothing I want to continue. I'm dragging my feet here. I am not enjoying this. And so now let us get into this week. We already had a card fly. So that card was Temperance for the weekly collective. Then we have the High Priestess. Very powerful week so far. And I want you guys to choose the last card, but let's see. I will give it 30 seconds. And if no one makes a choice, then I will choose. So let's see the cards we're going to pull here. 1, 2, and 3. So let's choose. We have card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. Let's repeat it again. We have card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. So we have 30 seconds on the clock just to see what you guys choose. Do, 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, a few more seconds. Card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. All right, I'll choose for you guys. All right, I think I got the choice. We are pulling the Knight of Pentacles here. So, but it did come up reversed. So, looks like there's a few things to catch up or wrap up. Not surprising. But this week, for the most part, feels pretty balanced. One thing that I can say about the Knight of Pentacles, the first thing that popped out to me when it comes to the Knight of Pentacles is the fact that it can definitely represent an unloading. Like, you just feel as though I'm stepping away from work. I'm stepping away from grinding away, because the Knight of Pentacles can be a little bit of a workaholic, right? And so this can be just a moment to just say, all right, let me step back. I need a bit of relief. I'm approaching things, wrong. And I am feeling a little bit burnt out, a little bit tired. Also, the Knight of Pentacles can just represent reassessing boundaries in your life, deciding that I'm only going to allow certain people in my life to be there. If somebody is very rude, disrespectful, that's when you draw the line and say, you know what? I don't even know if I want to deal with this person. I am just going to cut this person out of my life or have a conversation with them, whatever the case may be. Hey, Rose, how are you? If you guys are just coming in, I'm doing the weekly collective right now. Feel free to answer the polls. And also, if you're new here, as always, I don't think I pinned this comment. Hold on. It is $5 for yes or no and $10 for in-depth questions. There's no limit for the amount of cards that I will pull. You can go back to my videos and see plenty of examples. I am just here to make sure that I answer your questions. And if you would like a private reading from me, link is in the description bar below. You can go through my Etsy shop or you can go through the form. So hopefully I was clear. And then also, if you're in a place in your life where you're feeling vulnerable and you're looking for like comfort, that is not my reading style. I like to apply my many years of experience when it comes to reading tarot to just give you what the cards are kind of saying here and what's unfolding. But that is what I have here. And then this week, we also have the Temperance card and the High Priestess. So we know this week, for the most part, is pretty balanced. We know this week is, or at least us searching for balance. There may even be some areas in life this week that we need to correct. I've definitely seen Temperance to represent rebudgeting, going through and figuring out how you need to reorganize your room, your closet. It's always looking for a way to build more structure and make things a lot easier and smoother for you. I've also seen the Temperance card when it connects to just wanting to relax and create more peace within your environment. It's really all about creating a natural flow for you guys. And then the High Priestess, very reflective energy, going inward, a lot of, I'll say, addressing any traumas, or it doesn't necessarily have to be traumas, but it's just a moment of self-reflection, looking to understand yourself more, understand others more, because we have this going beyond the veil here and looking into deeper areas more so than sticking to surface level topics. You know, it's more psychological when we talk about the High Priestess. It can also represent being in touch with your spiritual side. And there's an element to the High Priestess that's a little bit more quiet and reserved and to themselves. I've seen the High Priestess represent people who have strong faith. And so maybe this week is calling on you to have strong faith, whether that is in accomplishing your goals or whether that is in getting through a moment in time. The High Priestess is also someone who sometimes they have to go through their trials and tribulations alone. You know, like I've noticed that with the High Priestess, she can be a little bit to herself sometimes. And that's not necessarily bad, because a lot of us do some of our best thinking when it comes to being by ourselves. With the two pillars there, it does show that we have support, and there is definitely something higher guiding us, and we are listening to our intuition this week. In terms of things that might show up when we talk about the High Priestess, I mean, High Priestess kind of just represents events where myself, I'm at home or I'm in my own little sanctuary, I'm in my own little space. That's what I've noticed the most with the High Priestess in terms of like actual things that are happening. The Temperance card, I have noticed sometimes when it comes to reasserting like your boundaries or your principles, especially sometimes with the Knight of Pentacles there. It's just like, hey, this is really not for me. Just because Temperance can have to do with your belief systems as well. And so sometimes you have to let people know that certain situations you aren't okay with, or let people know what your boundaries are in general. The commercials keep kicking me off. Did I put it on commercials? I got to keep remember to turn that off. I am so sorry, Rose. I don't know why. I understand what you mean. YouTube's commercials are extremely annoying. I got to remember to turn it off when I set the lives. I'll do it for the next lives. But thank you for reminding me to do so. Let me get my charger, because it looks like my phone's about to die. Not my phone, my laptop's about to die, guys.